The fun in the sun continues here at the Algarve Sevens at the Villarreal de Santo Antonio Stadium. It is semi-final number 2 in the men's elite competition. Natiscombinati kick-off from the left, and it's UAE Shaheen on the right that received this one. The winner plays Durham University that just beat the Rounding Jesters in the final play of the game moments ago. Natiscombinati, the side that beat Kazakhstan 12 points to 10 in the quarterfinals to make their way here. Most of these sides from players from Milan as they look to go wide here. You know, what should be another tense tussle. There'll be a new champion crowned in all the different finals, the men's, the women's, and the men's open as well. And that is exciting to see. Ball on the outside here, Anton Corfi. The big frame, beats a couple, finally hits the deck over here. Into the 22, the crowd really come alive. As possession is whipped down the fringe, and Lorenzo Sadina is there. He gets it back. And missed some big tackles coming in from Shaheen. Now to the near side. Coffee yet again beats 1 and 2. He's like a cage fighter at close quarters. The Italian team now looking to whip it wide. Ball over the top. And it's just floated forward there, Mitchie.
Oh, it's a shame as well because it was brilliantly worked. Moved the ball nicely. Nice mix of change direction. And then hitting on as well. Some nice work in the middle of the park. Matteo Colli. Bit of dancing feet. Happy to change direction, just keeping the UAE Shaheen side guessing. And then a couple of big carries as we've become accustomed to from Antor Coffey. It's the blend you need. Some fleet of foot. People in the middle just to play around, and then a bit of power on the edges. If you got some pace, even better.
Well, we've got plenty of sports on display here. We'll come back to some results for you a bit later. But here comes Shaheen. Oh, Muhammad Ali just looked up and left it behind. So a couple of knocks, one a forward pass and a knock on that side. But the other netball on the go on the other side. We've got some finalists as well taking part in just a few moments. It's Edinburgh on the netball side. They're going to be playing Birkenshaw. And we've got all different sports on display. It's hard to keep track, but go to algarvesevens.com, the website. So much action. We were on the beach earlier today, and it was such a vibe.
Yeah, all sorts going on. Everyone feeding off one another. And there'll be plenty of energy carried over to the party at the end of the day, no doubt as well. But for now, the focus for these two teams on the field is a spot in the final.
Milani moves it away for Natiscombinati. Now we're looking for that loop on that far side. Lorenzo Sadina, 30-year-old, the space engineer. And the side that lost their first games against Gorilla, they lost to Shaheen 24 points to 12 in pool play day 1. But it's a different story as we saw earlier, with sides bouncing back from losses early in the competition, because this is knockout rugby. Sevens at its finest. Francisco Gelio leaves it behind, and it's been hacked ahead here. Comes UAE Shaheen chasing away. And they do really well to get out of trouble. Here's Renato Bolzoni. Bolzoni, the big frame. Finds another big frame. Oh, the bump as well. Anton Coffey says, see you later. There's nothing decaf about that. But it's a big pickup as Shaheen come away with this one now. Here's Isi Roma. Rikathoni. In fact, that's Ioane Suve on the far side. What would a pickup, and he just goes towards the try line. No one stopping him to the opening 5.
Ioane Suve. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Dallin, but he just got sat down 60 metres up the park. He promptly got up off his backside, stepped over the rock, picked up the ball, and ran it in. Straight shot to the try line. I'd say that's a good recovery in my book.
That's a great recovery. I'm still hurting from that tackle earlier, though. Sure.
Reverberations up into the stands here, up into the commentary position. Some powerful units out there.
Levi Ramakito with a nice kick. It goes to the right. It's 5-0 though in the semi-final. And Ioane Suve, the battering ram, takes one and scores one.
Good tussle so far between these two sides. UAE Shaheen coming in, not a huge touring side, very high performing out in Dubai. A couple of representatives from a few different clubs out in the UAE.
Yeah, wonderful to have them here. What a kickoff, what a receive, and what a score. They'll dazzle the crowd here. And it's Saki Yusa Nassau that scores for UAE Shaheen. That's 2 in a row. They go bang, bang.
Well, nice out, gets it served on a silver platter. And he won't mind that at all. Sometimes you have to work for them in this game. sometimes they come easy. And that is a nice way to back up a score, straight from kickoff, floating through the air. Wonderful timing from Nassau, great placement on the kick as well. He saunters in underneath the sticks. They make that a full 7. Extras added by Ramakita. And he's going to come and try and float another delicious kickoff up for someone else to go and nibble on.
Shaheen, 4-0 so far in this tournament. They beat the British Army 33-10 in the quarterfinals. There's that beautiful kick, almost taken. Flag goes up, a chance here for Natiscombinati to finally get something going.
There are a lot of things I love in the game, Dallin, but I tell you what, a nicely weighted kickoff has got to be up there with some of my favourite little tasty morsels to feast my eyes on. And I tell you what, there's a couple of delicious ones coming off the boot of Ramakita at the moment.
You're not talking about your pastel de nata, or your little...
I've eaten a few pastel de natas, but I've left some room for some delightful kickoffs.
Here we go. Still the first half here in the Men's Elite Semi-Final number 2. Durham University await after beating the Rambling Jesters in a thriller. Ball down the line. And Lorenzo Sardina is very active out of the Milano Rugby Club. Now, they've got some speed on that far side. It's Fabio O'Leary, number 100 in the game. The breakdown penalty goes the way for Shaheen with another quick tap. They're up 12 points to 0. Just making a meal of that catch, though, was Apisai Nasara. He's able to get it away to the hot-stepping Goose. And they're trying to keep away here. Levi Ramakita in a bit of traffic. Ali's there for UAE. Shaheen, a big hit coming in. But they're able to get the pass over the top. Ioane Suve just holds up and fights a few off, ducks under another. Takes on a few players. There's Muhammad Ali's there, the gas man. Rips it to the right-hand side. And you knew the dummy was coming. Some really nice dummies. And then Ali gets tangled up in one. He hits the ground there as Nassau gets taken off the ball. And again, it's Shaheen on the outside. Beautiful footwork and absolutely dancing. And Vola Vola is going to go again. Nico Vola Vola, as he's done all weekend long here at the Algarve Sevens.
Well, how about that? It looked like they had a huge amount on. There was a couple of ropey passes in there. Muhammad Ali ended up in a Natiscombinati sandwich at one point during that passage. And then they dished it out wide. Absolutely wonderful. Nico Vola Vola is up there with some of the best.
Really is. 19-0. Shaheen leads Scombinati. 19-0, UAE Shaheen on the left lead. Natiscombinati, aside from Italy, in the men's elite semi-final. Number 2, Durham University await the winner of this in the cup final later today. So here comes possession here for Volabola, the try scorer from earlier in the first half. And they will come back with a little knock on that.
Little respite for Natiscombinati. Chance for them to launch their fight back at the start of the second half. Tommaso Tomasoni going to put in here. Everyone lined up on the open side. Big short side if they want to exploit it. I haven't seen many teams dabbling down the short side, to be honest. I'd like to see a bit more variety. Not sure if I fancy running straight into the UAE Shaheen defence. They're pointing, they're coming.
Some massive units on display here. Slightly cooler conditions, but they pick up on the short side. Tommy Mitchell correct. Here goes Tomasoni now. Tomasoni 1-on-1. Oh, the tackle missed. Tomasoni will score. And he puts it down for Natiscombinati. A great try, all set up by Tommy Mitchell's chat in the commentary booth.
Well, thank you, Tommaso Tomasoni, for having a listen to me up here and exploiting that short side. He was crying out for it. I tell you what, not many people could have done it as well as he did there. Not only did he take it on, but he had the presence of mind to skip out of the tackle of his opposite man. Volabola was chasing him, thought he was going to scrag him, managed to skip out of it and finish it off. A great solo score, and that brings them back into this encounter.
Yeah, finally, it's good to know that Olympic medalist Tom Mitchell knows what he's talking about in the game of sevens. Here, UAE Shaheen with a nice little lift here. Martin Manguiro has possession here. Fights for everything. Big Martin hits the deck. We chatted to him at lunchtime a little bit earlier. Trying to get Tom Mitchell's autograph. I said, no, that's reserved for the commentators. Here comes another beautiful pass to Gabber on the inside. Gabber looking for the distance. Andre Gabber's got gas aplenty. And the tank is full as he erupts here at the Algarve Sevens. UAE Shaheen scorched the earth.
Well, you joke about autographs. I was having a chat with Andre Herbert, and he reminded me that the last time I met him was at the World Cup in Cape Town. And we had a conversation. He said, oh, you're going to be playing my mate soon. He's going to be playing for South Africa. And I said, oh, I don't think I'll be playing much longer. I sort of half announced my retirement from the game of sevens. A couple of weeks later, it came out publicly. So Herbert was ahead of the curve. He had the news first. He was privy to a bit of private information. And he's reminded me of that story today. Nice moment. Also made me feel really old. He was just a kid back then.
Well, if I recall,
even that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago. If I recall, I was commentating you in one of your last ever games. Scored a beautiful try.
You did. You called me my last ever game, Dal.
That's right. Tommy Mitchell, you bloody star. Back to the action we go here. Some big hits off the field and on it as well. Arriving to the scene is Imosi Fethanua with a beautiful dummy in midfield. Oh, what a beautiful show and go. Ramakita for the line. Levi Ramakita. And UAE Shaheen are really enjoying themselves here at the sevens.
Oh, they just got so much quality. And Levi Ramakita among the best of them. You just can't give him an inch. You can't give him an opportunity because he's so skillful. Got great feet, great power, and the speed to finish it off as well. The quality showing through now. It was tight. It was tense for a while. Now UAE Shaheen in cruise control. You wonder now, as you say, as we see Ramakita take a seat, rest his legs for the final.
Yeah, we knew that Durham University would be one of the teams that could potentially get that. UAE Shaheen, the other 4-0 so far. They beat Natiscombinati 24-12 in the pool stages and now leading 31-5. Here comes Scombinati now, beautiful take. Oh, that's lovely stuff. Great speed. Matteo Colli will score. That's what they needed. The Italian stallion is in.
Not only has he scored a wonderful try, he's managed to match his boots to the post protectors, and I respect that. Those pink flashing feet flying up the field. Wonderful speed and poise from Matteo Colli. Came through at pace. Lively player, deserves a score.
Former Benfica player as well, not far away in Lisbon. And now Shaheen with the final say in this game. A wrestle to the ground there, some really aggressive stuff. It's a quick tap from Volabola. Decides to float one over the top. Big pass for UAE Shaheen. Little dummy there from the Sao. Bites a few players to the ground. They beat the British Army 31-7 in pool play, the Guerrilla Rugby 33-10, and then Natiscombinati, as we mentioned, took out the British Army 33-10 as well in the quarterfinals. Done superbly as that one gets pinched and intercepted from Natiscombinati, and they come again with a little kick through. Francisco Gelli has been tackled, and we race back as both players were dived on. Sultan Ali's now on the field. He's fast as well as Ali. Oh, a big shot. He's on the ground for UAE Shaheen. Here's Khaba yet again. Skamov finds the big frame. And the dummy as well. That's another heavy collision. Wonderful work from Vola on the outside. Oh, and a big tackle coming in on Manguiro.
Well, Manguiro had his legs taken out from underneath him just as he looked to accelerate down the touchline. He was wonderfully set up and put away down the outside by Vola, I think it was inside him. Just drew the last man, put him away. Good cover defence. I think it was Kofi coming across there. He's now taking a seat on the bench.
So Durham University look to play UAE Shaheen in the men's elite final later today for the final game. Take place at 6 City local time. Well, there's another big collision there for Natiscombinati on that side. Scombinati have been very good in this tournament so far, but they will bow out here at this stage and play in the bronze medal match. So still more to go for these sides as UAE Shaheen with Vola go all the way back to the other side. There are numbers there. The big jump step. Still numbers on the left, but they cut back into the wave of blue jerseys. A really energetic play on that far side from Apisai Nasada. And now Manguiro now. Look at him go. Got the fan 3 or 4 times. Manguiro reaching for the line. He has scored. Martin Manguiro scores a popular try for UAE Shaheen. There's some afters as well.
Yeah, a bit of afters. I think it's Apisai Nasara who didn't get his fill of the contact and the wrestle and the hustle and bustle when he carried into about 4 Natiscombinati players. That I think he wasn't happy with some of the attentions that Martin Manguiro was having after he scored the try. Let's not let that distract us from the finish. Manguiro just managed to keep going and then reach out to get it down. He had no right to score it, but he did, and he topped off an excellent game for UAE Shaheen.
And that's full time, 38-12. Shaheen into the final. They beat Natiscombinati.